Hello everyone, welcome to Oxford United Manager Glory Football Manager 21, Season 1, Episode 3. And slightly different as normal, we're going to my Star Wars welcome room. Yes, I am a massive Star Wars fan, so I'm a bit of an Empire fan. So I thought let's start the episode slightly different and give you a bit of an overview of how this series is going to go, and one important note about the series. That important note is about tactics. Now, a lot of YouTube people on this series do their own tactics and they do very well, which is great, which is amazing. I'm not a very good tactician. In fact, I'm pretty awful at doing tactics. I do some basic 4-4-2 tactics, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. And when I don't see my tactic working, I don't really enjoy the game too much. So on this Oxford United series from Manor to Glory, I'm actually using a downloaded tactic. Now, you might like that, you might not like that. That's entirely up to you. If you don't like that, then it's probably worth not you watching this series anymore, because I am using another person's tactic and I'm finding it very enjoyable. It might not always work, it might go completely wrong, and then I have to devise a different tactic. But I just thought I better put that in the episode just to let you know that I am using a different person's tactic. This tactic can actually be found on the Steam Workshop. It's called Goals, 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 and the author kind of said this works in every league and you'll score plenty of goals. So I want to see if they are right about it or if they're wrong about it, because if they're wrong about it, then we can clearly see that it's going to go wrong here. Um, but I want to try that tactic out just to see what it does. And as you will see in what the preseason, we've done preseason, we've already done a couple of, well, we've done one League Cup game and one, it was called the Johnson's Trophy, but it's now called something else, and we've done one of those. So let's show you what's actually been going on in the game. Okay, so here we are. This is how the league looks at the moment. So let's see what's happened since episode 2. It's now 10th of September 2020, so we have gone quite a few weeks. We'll first show you what the schedule looks like and what we've actually happened. The tactic we're using is called Goals, Goals, Goals. It's a downloaded tactic from the Steam Workshop. I want to use this tactic, as explained just now, to see if it really does do that. And as you can see in these friendly games, it clearly is kind of working. It's not working completely because you can see there we are conceding quite a few goals, especially in the first two main opponents in Exeter and Walsall. But the game that you really need to look at is this one against Abingdon United. Basically, Abingdon United are a non-league side from Oxfordshire, my county where I live, and we clearly won this. We won this 11-0. The actual match itself, we had, I think, about 36 shots on goal, 17 on target, and the goal ratio is 4.42, incredibly high. Um, so that's the formation that looks like. So we had Taylor and Miller up front, Henry in the behind them, attacking midfielder. Now you don't know who Miller is. He's one of our new signings or loan signings. We'll talk about signings in a minute. But yeah, you can see that the formation here was working really well. And that carried on against Exeter City. We beat Exeter City in the first round of the League Cup 4-1. Matty Taylor scoring 2, James Henry and Miller again. And then we just finished playing Walsall in the, it's now called the, well, EFL Trophy Southern Section Group D. This is the Pointless Cup, as us lower league fans call it. We don't like this cup at all because the Premier League under 23 sides are invited into this, and if any of them get into the final, then I hate to see what happens, because most of the time where all these sides play, these under 23 Premier League sides, there are record low crowds. A lot of the times you'll see crowds going way under 1,000 people. But here our second side actually beat Warsaw 5-3. It was a really good match to watch. It was actually a lot closer than you would think. We had 27 shots on goal. Uh, a goal ratio of 4.16. So you can see this formation that I've downloaded is working well, but we are conceding quite a few. So let's look at this tactic in more detail. So it's called the Football Manager 21.1 Goal Machine. You can get this on Steam. I think on Steam it's called Goals, Goals, Goals. Again, I'll find it more enjoyable downloading other people's tactics. Again, you might like that, you might not like that. But again, that's what I find enjoyable. So here's the formation. We've got two strikers, one attacking midfielder, two wingers, defensive midfielder, and then we've got an inverted wing back. So they're actually covering into the middle of the pitch here in defence to help out the defensive midfielder. So you can actually, in sometimes we'll have a 2-3-2-1-2 formation, which is a bit strange, but it kind of works. So we'll now go into the transfers and what's actually happened this season, since you last joined us. Now the big major news is that we found a senior club, and the senior club was Liverpool. Yay! So we managed to get quite a few Liverpool players in to our side. We got 4 actually, but let's tell you what's actually happened since you last chatted to me and last saw me. So these are current players that we bought in. We bought DM McGee. He is a 19-year-old from a former Man United player. He was actually on a free transfer. He did not. He played 2020 actually, free agent. He can cover all positions here. He's going to be a very good player for the future. Current ability of 2, potential ability of 3.5 stars, nearly 4 there. Then we got Matt O'Reilly. Matt O'Reilly from Fulham, former Fulham player. He actually played 1 game for Fulham during those 3 years. He's only 19 years old. His value is 105,000. So buying for free and getting for 105,000, this is actually a really good purchase. I think we got here. Definitely one for the future. Current ability is good. Potential ability is potentially star player maybe. He will play probably attacking midfield centre. He could be Henry's backup player and eventually will replace Henry. So that's pretty decent. We've got this guy here, Tariq Shahib, 19 years old, English under 19 player. We got him from non-league. He was he started off at Brighton, then went over to Tamworth, and we got him for free. 2 stars and potential ability pretty decent again. He's going to be our defensive cover, and he can also play defensive midfield, so he'll be covering that position as well. Hopefully we'll get better. Adobe Smith. Now this is again another really good prospect for a Nigerian under 20 cap. He's had 1 under 20 cap, 1 under 20 goal. I think he's gonna be in the under 20 Nigerian side for future matches. Current ability 2, potential ability really good again. You can see here he mostly plays on the wings, which we do use, so that's cool. And he also plays attack, and I actually put him in attack in that league Johnston's trophy, whatever you call it, trophy match game, and he actually scored 2 goals. He had a really good non-competitive pre-season as well. Charlie Gilmore. Now another free transfer, former Arsenal youth player 5 years ago. He then went over to SC Telstar, which I think are in Belgium? Holland. Okay, I was close. Very good stats here. Remember, we are League 1 side. Current ability 3, potential ability of very good rating for the senior team. Again, a player who will feature a lot in our side, maybe in future seasons. He can play anywhere down the centre, which is really handy for us. And then we go to Carlo Zigra. Carlo Zigra has joined us on loan from Chelsea. He is our keeper who's going to eventually replace Eastwood. Eastwood is on his way out, but he hasn't actually been sold yet. Chelsea player from Croatia. He definitely will feature a lot in our games. He had a bit of an injury, which wasn't a very good start for his career here, but he's going to come back. And the rest of the players are loanies. So we'll look at the Liverpool loanies. First one is Liam Miller. Now this is a guy we've heard of already. He's been scoring goals for us already. He's going to be Taylor's right hand man, I suppose you call him. Canadian international. He's only 20 years old. 8 caps, no goals. His information is that he is half Canadian, half English, hence why he can play here quite easily. Oops, I've just gone through different screens, which it shouldn't be that one. He can play centre and also attacking midfield left, attacking midfield right, attacking midfield centre. So he'll be used quite often in our save, and he's already doing well. We've also got Reece Williams. Reece Williams, who's actually made a full debut for the Liverpool first team in real life. He is going to be one of our main centre backs. He replaced John Rosero, who was our captain. More about him later. So that's a really good player. And then we've got Sepp van der Berg, another centre back from Liverpool on loan. All these loanees are very cheap, hence why I've got them. No, we're not paying for these at all per season for the season, so that's really cool. And you can see there he's going to do very well for us. Then we've got Nathan Phillips, who's now I think he just got injured for 6 to 7 weeks. He's our third centre back from Liverpool, so even more cover. Again, we're not paying his wage, hence why we got him, and he's going to be really good for us. And then the final player is Martin Samuelsson, who we just got. He's a loanee Norwegian international, 3 caps, 1 goal. He's only 23 years old. He's going to do really, really well for us. He could cover anywhere in the front and in the back as well, actually. Attacking midfield left, attacking midfield centre, attacking midfield right, and striker. He's going to be used quite a lot here. His wage is a bit too high, 2.8k, but it's better than nothing, better than being much higher. So of course, with players coming in, we've got players saying goodbye, and we have got rid of a few. Derek Ozee is gone off on loan to Yeovil Town, and I think he's doing all right. He's doing all right. Yeah, he's doing well already. Napa has gone off to Stockport County on free. We got rid of him basically because you can see there by scout rating, he just wasn't good enough for us anymore. But the major person we've sold is we have sold our captain. John Mazzino has gone over to Sunderland for £20,000. We're trying to reduce the wage bill, and he was the first person to get rid of. We also got rid of our loanees that were here already. Liam Kelly was one of them, and someone else, the guy who could play in every position. They were on too high wages, and we couldn't afford them because we're trying to get the wage bill down. We're currently spending 66,000 and our wage bill is 75,000. So already we are saving 9,000 per week. So that's really good. Especially when we started off the wage budget being around 74,000, we wanted to get it down. So that's the players we got already. So again, the match is coming up. We've got League One against Lincoln, our first league game of the season, which is going to be in 2 days' time. And then we got the cup game, second round of the cup game against Millwall, which you hopefully will see in the next episode. We'll show that live. So that's going to be pretty good. So that's the update of the pre-season, and so stay tuned for episode 4, which will be the Millwall game and an update on how we're getting on. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye.